Alright, that's the Nord Stage 4. I literally just bought the 73 key hammer action module and I want to do this video while everything is still fresh. Quick promise, I'm going to show you what actually matters when you're playing, not just reading a spec sheet. I'm going to be honest in this video. Some things on the Stage 4 are genuinely brilliant for worship players, and one thing that might annoy you depending on how you build set lists. I'll demo the good stuff first, then we'll talk about the trade-offs. And yes, we've got to talk about the one thing that's made a lot of Stage 3 players raise an eyebrow. Two quick things. First, I paid for this myself. No sponsorship, no affiliate agenda. If something's amazing, I'll say it. If something's annoying, I'll say it too. Second, this is first impressions, not the 6 months later review, but I'm going to test it like a working keyboard player would. So you have multiple engines. You have the organ engine, you have the piano engine, you have the programs, the synth engine, the effects, the layer effects engines. And every single engine has multiple layers. You have 2 layers in the organ, 2 layers in the piano, and 3 layers in the synth. Here are 3 things you noticed in the first 5 minutes. Number 1, the panel just makes more sense at speed. These LEDs, faders per layer give you an instant overview. Number 2, the layer scene idea is actually powerful. It lets you jump between 2 different setups with a button press. And number 3, the effects situation. Having a dedicated effects section per layer is a big deal for live playing. Let me show you what I mean in a real patch. So I'm going to build a patch the way I would actually use it. So we have a clean piano here, Royal Grand 3D. Then I'll add a pad underneath. And I want it to sit behind the piano, not fight it. So I've got the piano here. Now we're going to add a pad, and I'm going to add a hold the category button and check in my synth already presets. So I'll choose the pad and let's see. From here, you can set up a split left-hand bass, right-hand piano, and so forth, and keep building to your desired sound. Once you got to where you wanted it, just store it in the bank G as you have many slots available. From there, you can bring it to a live setting when you deem you will need it for a gig. And what I like on the split function here is that it's visually obvious where the zones are. Cool, that was scene A. Scene B, I want bigger, so I'm going organ added plus a bright layer for a chorus lift. So you want to add that organ layer. Now you're back to ending the song quietly. Number two, the layer scene idea is actually powerful. It lets you jump between two different setups with a button press. And for instance, imagine you would want to drop more than one layer. So obviously, if you want to drop one single layer, then you can just hold on that button and it stops. If you press it again, it only activates that one. If you press two, it activates all. But if you want to drop multiple layers, so imagine you want to drop the piano and the organ and the third layer from the synth and just keep the two layers in the synth, that's where the layer scene 2 option comes into play. And where you are going to set that up, you just press one button and it configures all the other layers. Before moving into Keybed and fill, I wanted to inform you that I'm currently building a Node Stage 4 survival guide, a PDF with my custom EQ settings to fix the piano sound, and a cheat sheet for the missing song option. I am going to release it for free in my next video. Make sure you are subscribed and have notifications on so you grab it the day it drops. Now, this is the 73 hammer action, the Keybed Matters. This model is the triple sensor hammer action with aftertouch. Here's what I care about. Can I play soft without disappearing? Can I repeat notes quickly without it feeling mushy and lacking in definition? And does it let me control dynamics in a musical way? That scene switch, that's the kind of thing you feel immediately when you are playing live. So far, it feels like it's built for players who actually care about touch, not just triggering samples, which is something I liked. So let's talk piano for a second. Nodes pushing things like dynamic compensation, unison, string, resonance, pedal noise, all that good stuff. I'm not trying to turn this into a sound design masterclass today. I just want you to hear how fast you can get to something usable. I'm going to show you now some of the things you can do with Node Stage 4. What you gain moving from piano 5 to stage 4 is basically control and flexibility. On piano 5, it's all about that beautiful piano and quick layers, which I still love. On stage 4, you get the whole performance side. Organ, synth, faster hands on mixing, and the ability to set up verse versus chorus styles changes without menu stress at all. And if you're coming from a stage 3, the biggest gain is how immediate the control feels now. But there's also one workflow change you will want to think about for setlists. I'll cover that in a dedicated video because it's important. Actually, let's talk about it now. Yes, if you're coming from a stage 3, you might be asking, where is that song mode? And yes, stage 4 doesn't include the song mode the way stage 3 had it. Now, here's the good news. You can still run a clean set, you just need a different workflow. What I'm going to do is build a simple bank order for a service for a gig, use live or program slots smartly, and keep transitions predictable. And if you want, I'll do a dedicated video on my exact stage 4 setlist workflow without the song mode. No fluff, just what works. Before moving into the verdict, let me show you one more patch to assist you with what you can get out of a Nord stage 4. So first impressions verdict. If you are the kind of player who wants fast layering, live controls that's obvious, and you like shaping sounds without menu diving, stage 4 is seriously compelling. But if song mode was the center of your life on stage 3, pause and think, because you will need a new way of working. For live gigging, this is a massive change. Nord wants us to use presets instead, but for those of us with over 40 songs setlist, this can be a problem. If you want the follow-up videos, setlist workflow, best worship patches, and a first week setup checklist, like and subscribe. I'm also putting together something free that will help you get up and running fast, and I'll drop it in the next video. Quick question for you. What do you want me to test next on stage 4? Piano, organ, synth, or live set workflow? Drop that in the comments. And see you next time.